Hey guys, so today we're taking a look at Rainbow Max Link's Dokkan Fest Super Trunks. So I guess the only thing we should probably do here is just go through my build for him, and then we'll jump right into the showcase. Again, as always, I did my breakdown of the character in the 55% video, so if you want to hear my thoughts on his design, on how I, view the character, then take a look at that one. But in terms of my build for this guy, I did go 16 additional and 16 dodge. So as you guys know, I am definitely more of an offensive lover. I like big numbers, I like critting, I like additionaling, all that stuff. If this Trunks had guaranteed guard before transforming, I probably would go more additional. I think 16 is probably good enough because this guy does have additionals that are already built into his kit, which are going to make getting the hidden potential system additional a lot easier than, let's say, if he was a character that just did like one attack per turn, right? But having him have like an okay chance, like I wouldn't really call 16% chance to dodge a reliable or high chance. Like it's not going to be something you're going to be seeing like super consistently. But I think, in a situation where he's not guarding and he's going to get like hit by an attack, I would at least like him to be able to have a decent chance to guard or to dodge. So that's why I went with the dodge there. Again, if he wasn't a coin flip character to guard before transforming, I would have gone much higher in additional. But I think this is fair for this character. I went with an attack skill orb for bronze. Again, when he transforms, basically, if this character doesn't transform, or I don't think you're going to be able to transform with him in a fight, I'm just not going to be using him. Like, I'm using this character to transform and blow the enemy out of the water. That's the point of this character in my eyes. So today we're going to be taking him into the Metal Cooler Core stage of Red Zone. I think this is actually going to be a pretty good showcase stage moving forward because the first portion of the fight, you can't just blow through it and kill it super fast. So it will at least allow characters that need to either build up or build towards a transformation actually achieve that in a relatively consistent manner. So for a character like Trunks, who needs to attack a certain amount of times, who needs to get to like turn 5 essentially to be able to transform, this I think is going to be a decent stage to be able to allow him to accomplish that. Friend is pretty similar, except I think the friend went a little bit higher in additional. Yeah, he actually gave him some crit as well. I'm not gonna like talk down about this build. I think this is fine. This is a decent build for the character, I think. So we are going to go ahead and jump in with this team. I did change up the team a little bit from the 55% video. I am going to be bringing the Boo Duo because we should be able to get their standby before we go into the Metal Cooler Course phase. And I'm going to be bringing Physical ECA Piccolo because he should be able to give us some good information on where the super attacks are going to be. So let's go ahead and jump in and we will see how we do here. 710,000 health is definitely nice. Okay, so of course, we have one Super Trunks in slot 7. That's classic. All right, let's go ahead and unskip this stuff and get the party started here. Alrighty, so the 8th anniversary Boo Duo actually link up pretty well with the Trunks, I believe. So I might end up floating. We want to float Gohan off. The reason I would float Future Gohan off is because Future Gohan obviously is going to be really, really good versus the Metal Cooler Core, and we're going to be up against the Metal Cooler Core on turn 4. So if we float Future Gohan here, he will be back and ready in time for that second phase. So I think what we'll do is this. We'll do it like this. We'll have Gohan try and get as many stacks as he can here. Now is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 orbs? I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. Let's do it like this. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that worked out pretty well. I wanted to drop that extra red orb. So we can get 24 key with this guy. And then Future Gohan, we can get you a decent amount as well. We care about getting him more. Let's just do this. Okay, I mean, obviously this is not going to be that difficult here to get through this first portion of the fight. I would just like to have not had Trunks in slot 7, but whatever. If we don't get enough footage of Trunks in this first run, I might go ahead and jump into like a second run, or maybe we can go ahead and jump into like a different stage as well. Now, this is obviously not the newest content, but I would argue that Trunks is not really a character that's designed to function well in the newest content, which is a bit strange considering he came out even on JP right before the Worldwide Celebration, which introduced all these shorter stages. Okay, nice, we got 7%. Which introduced all these shorter stages, like the Dismal Future Red Zone stages, and even like the Mortal and God event, like the special difficult event that dropped for the Worldwide Celebration. Essentially, all those fights are also like one phase long. So we got tons and tons and tons of like very short style content. And I don't think that's really where you want to be running this Super Trunks. So, you know, the Metal Cooler Core is not a new fight, but I still think it can, you know, potentially be pretty tough depending on how things go. They should be fine. They quad supered. Yeah, it's good. They are debuffed now, which is annoying, but they did get a quad super, which means that we can guaranteed get the standby. I mean, we're going to be able to get it regardless because we're not going to be back onto this turn fighting the Metal Cooler Core until turn 5 anyway. But so I am glad that I brought those guys, the 8th Anniversary Brew Duo. All right, so Future Gohan is going to get built up here as well, doing a lot of super attacks. Doesn't really matter, but characters need to like build up either by getting hit or by attacking. Again, I think this is going to be a pretty good stage to show those off. Okay, and of course we have the Blue Goku and Vegeta as well. He is supering right away thanks to Piccolo. We can see that. I'm gonna float Piccolo off here. Let's, I guess, do this. It doesn't really matter if we give them... I mean, I would like for them to get an 18 key at least, but they get like the additional 12 keys if you get them above a certain amount of key. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's only stacking attack. Whatever, let's just do this. It's fine. And then we could drop this, and then I'm going to give the Tech Orbs to Piccolo here. Yeah, that actually worked out pretty well. Okay, so Trunks, this is the friend Trunks, but he's also level 10 Links. So Trunks is at 209,000 defense here. What does he get on Super? Let me just refresh myself here. Yeah, 100%. No, sorry. He gets 70% forming a super attack. And then he's getting the 30% from his super attack effect. So, I mean, he's probably going to be hovering around like, what, like 450, 500k? Maybe, yeah, somewhere around there. And then it's all going to come down to whether or not he is guarding or not. Like, we know the Metal Cooler Core is not supering because we have Piccolo on rotation here, but if he was supering in that middle slot, like, and Trunks wasn't guarding, we would take a lot of damage. So, we will need to see how this goes. Let's pretend that the Metal Cooler Core is supering in that middle slot. Let's see if Trunks is guarding or not. I guess the question would be like, how much damage would he have taken from a super if he was actually supering in slot 2 there? All right, so we're gonna get these guys to build up a little bit. They actually took like, what, 120k from that attack there? Okay. Gonna dodge, huh? All right, whatever. We also need to keep our eyes on our HP because, remember, Trunks does have the HP condition for the active skill as well that we have to remember. All right, so let's see. Okay, he actually was guarding. Okay. So how many? I think that was 3 attacks. I wasn't even looking, honestly. It's distracted by something there. But regardless, remember, Trunks is able to do the active skill, which does contribute to the amount of attacks that he's able to do. So that does technically count as an attack. All right, so Piccolo's eating this fine. All right, so we finally have my Trunks on rotation. I think I might as well... Should we just pop this? It doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to put these guys in slot 1, actually. 559. We can do this. Let's do this, actually. The question is going to be, are we going to active skill with Trunks? This is definitely happening. 209k. So here's the dilemma here. He needs to be at 60% HP or higher to use the active skill. I would ideally like to save this for the next phase, but the question is, are we going to be above 60% HP going into turn 5, right? That's the question. If we aren't, I obviously should use this here. But if I think we are going to be above that threshold, then we should save this. I think just to be safe, we will use this here. I don't think it's going to be like too big of a deal if we don't, but let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay, so we get that in. He's up to 355k defense now. And remember, he is getting the 30% from the super attack effect. So, I mean, he's pretty much what? He's going to be at like 470-ish post super attack. And he could potentially super multiple times, so that will also help him as well. But again, it is all going to come down to whether or not he is guarding. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's the attack break. Okay, no super yet. It's possible we could have broken his attack, or super attack in that first slot, because I believe we only got supered once last turn, and of course, this phase of the fight can double super you. All right, so these guys are going to get the 70% for the second time. Okay, so their defense is going to be crazy, crazy high on the next turn, on turn 5. Because they're going to get one more here, and then they could potentially get a fourth, which would be the second quad super of the video. Let's see if they do that. They give us a normal. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we've had good luck with their supers so far. Okay, so Trunks up to 8.8. So let's see how many supers he does. So this is attack number 1. Attack number 2. Okay, he did double super. 9.8. He's looking pretty good here, actually. Remember, we do have the support memory buff up. Okay, so he didn't even additional at all. That's actually pretty unlucky. So we have 16 additional, which means that he had a 32% chance to activate the hidden potential system additional for both of those attacks. And we failed both of them. I'm kind of leaning towards Trunks broke his attack because he has not supered yet, and that's pretty uncommon for this phase. I mean, we'll never know if he did or not, but I'm just going to assume that he did. All right, so Gohan debuffing him a lot, and that's good. This shouldn't do that much damage. Gohan's had enough time to stack. He's guarding. He lowered his attack a bunch. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So we're going to go into this next phase, or this next phase with very high HP. This is really good. Okay, so we can use Trunks' active skill here as well. Obviously, we're going to do it, so let's just activate this now. Okay, up to 3. This is literally the same number. I mean, we broke his first attack. Do we think it's going to be a super? It's impossible to tell. Here's the thing with Trunks. This Trunks is not going to be able to transform until turn 6, because mine's not going to be able to transform because he was in slot 7. We might not actually. Yeah, I don't think we're getting Super Trunks in this run. Unfortunately, it's got unlucky with positions for where they were in, because we didn't get any in turn 1. I will leave things like this, I think. I don't think we need to change anything, because Goku and Vegeta are still guarding, even though their defense isn't the greatest. I'm just going to leave things like this. Let's do this. What's the best way to do this? Just want to give them the blue orbs. That's fine. Get them the extra stack there. Alright, so first attack is broken. Future Gohan's gonna be fine, of course. Alright, I mean, this is what it's gonna come down to. Is Trunks guarding? Let the coin flip simulator begin. He's got 2 attacks to take care of here. Okay, perfect. He's going to take 0. Future Gohan... This guy could do like 3 million damage, and Future Gohan wouldn't take any damage from it. So, yeah, we're fine there. As Trunks up to 8.8. Let's see if he is guarding or not. Remember, the Metal Cooler Core does gain an additional attack buff from supering, so if Trunks isn't guarding her, I actually feel like he would take damage. We'll see, we'll see. All right, normal, fine. He is guarding, okay. So I think we've actually gotten some pretty good luck with Trunks guarding so far. But I think what we'll try and do here is we'll actually try and not kill on this next turn. We should have Piccolo on rotation to tell us where the super is going to be. Can we hold back enough to not kill? I think we can, because we can stand by with Goku and Vegeta, right? This is actually going to be a pretty interesting turn, because we can stand by with Goku and Vegeta exactly where the super is, because we know where it's going to be. All right, where's that super at? In the end. Okay, so Goku and Vegeta are at a very high defensive level. This actually... this is actually pretty bad. This is obviously happening, so we'll just pop this. So this is why I was considering not using Trunks' active skill, by the way, on turn 3. Because now we have to put Goku and Vegeta at the end. And, like, who goes in slot 1? I mean, it's got to be Trunks, right? Does it? So I want to put Piccolo in slot 1. It's just going to come down to whether or not we think Trunks... If Trunks is guarding, I'm pretty sure it's still better to put him in slot 1 here. If Trunks is not it feels like... It actually does feel like every single turn comes down to whether or not he's guarding or not. Because it is a Trunks showcase, I think we should probably just trust him and put him in slot 1. Up until this point, we have had good luck with the guard. So I feel like we are due for him not to guard, which is why I kind of want to go with Piccolo in slot 1, but it is his showcase, so we will put him in slot 1. If we had access to the active skill here, which I think we actually would have had access because we were at full health, then obviously we would have activated the active skill here. Trunks would have gained some additional defense because he would be attacking first, and we would break one of his attacks before we get to attack, but unfortunately we did end up using it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do this. Piccolo has to super. I think this is better. We got pretty unlucky with the rainbow orb changing on this turn, huh? Because we have to at least give Goku and Vegeta at the end a decent amount of orbs. Let's... We want to do this. Let me just see how the orbs fall if we do this. 4. I mean, that's not great, but okay, sure. I think that's going to be fine. I think we should be okay as long as Trunks is guarding here. Come on, Trunks. Okay. Okay, perfect. The dodge actually saved us a lot of damage there. 16 dodge. And then, of course, he should be fine post-super. So, yeah. And we're not going to kill him either, so we actually should get Super Trunks next turn. Triple super, okay. I only got Goku and Vegeta 4 orbs, but their defense is so high combined with the fact that they are guarding that they should still be fine here. We should be going into this next phase with high enough health so that Super Trunks can active skill and just finish this guy off. Yeah, Piccolo's at double digits. And then Vegeta should be fine here. Yep. Okay. Well, that's GG. Once you see this animation, you've won. Basically, is how it works. You see this animation, you win. Congratulations, the enemy dies. And we got Future Gohan's domain up too. Yeah, this is done. Okay. Well. Oh, what did he seal yeah, he sealed Future Gohan. Whatever. Seal Future Gohan. Nice try. All right, so we have a decent amount of links up in slot 2 here. So Super Trunks, 335,000 defense here. Remember, I believe Super Trunks gets 100% attack and defense when he supers now. Yes, 100%. And we get more stats the higher our HP. So technically, we could have even higher defense than this if we had full HP, but We're still at relatively high amounts of health here, so let's go ahead and pop this active skill, and then I think we will. I mean, we've pretty much seen what we have to. I think we're good to wrap here. Honestly, we've seen everything we need to see. So let's go ahead and activate this, proc this, and I don't think it's gonna kill him, but then Super Trunks can come in and just like clobber him to death. I almost killed 14.7. You guys think a 14.7 million crit on top of the fact that it's a Ghost Usher is good? All right, so we're up to 670,000 defense here. Keep in mind, he is still getting the 30% attack and defense raise per super attack he does during the turn, and he is guaranteed to at least super twice. So he's 670. I mean, he's getting, what is that, like well, let's just round, it's like 220 per super. He's doing 2 guaranteed. He's going to be at over 1.1 million at least on this turn after he supers with guard. But it's not like it matters because the enemy's going to, number 1, they're dead. Number 2, they're ghost ushered. So let me know what you guys think of Super Trunks here. Again, I think when we have events that are basically like designed like this Metal Cooler Core fight, where you at least have some leeway to build up the character initially, this Super Trunks, like people clown on Super Trunks a lot, and I do think a lot of it is going to depend on how the coin flip goes for his guard. But like in a fight like this where you actually have breathing room to build the character up, like he could be pretty dominant, which is clearly not the case when it comes to like the Dismal Future Red Zone stages, which is unfortunate because this guy came out and then that's the meta, right? This guy released and then the meta all of a sudden turned to styles of content where this guy doesn't particularly function the best. So it is not looking too good for Future Trunks, or for Super Trunks in terms of just like the current meta environment. But like 9th anniversary is going to drop, and if they give us a little longer content, this guy could probably look pretty impressive. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of Super Trunks, and I will see you all in the next one.